Another one that I think has been building just like this, that we saw kind of escalate because of the NHL All-Star Game, the NFL All-Star Game or Pro Bowl. We got Tyreek Hill. He shouted out Usain Bolt.
Baiting Usain Bolt into coming out of retirement to race me. You know what I'm saying?
Usain, you hear that, Usain Bolt? Is that a challenge? You want to race?
Challenge. That is a challenge.
All right, so let's set a date for that race. Does that sound good?
We should set a date for that race.
Should Tyreek Hill be talking all this trash when he's coming in last in the 40-man?
No, he got caught in 4K by Usain Bolt, put on his Instagram story. Like, really? Like, this is who's trying to go against Usain Bolt? Let's just remind everyone that Usain Bolt, I believe, ran a 4.22 in sneakers without trying.
Retired.
Yeah, retired. So I really fail to believe that anybody of any scale is going to be able to give Usain Bolt the time of day of getting his attention. I understand that Tyreek back in his day in high school and whatnot, he was a really, profound track and field athlete. And sure, if he put his time and energy into that instead of football, I think he would have been a great track and field athlete. And I know there was talks about him possibly trying out for the Olympic team, this past summer, but Usain Bolt has him by a mile. I love the entertainment and the crossover, but like it was the same thing with the Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf when he tried. Now listen, I love that he tried dabbling in it, but obviously it was a complete separation. I think the same thing would happen to Tyreek.
He had potential though. I think Metcalf had potential in it, but Tyreek Hill, he's a little bit out of pocket for that, but that's whatever though, because it's fun to hear it, gets people excited. We need a little bit of everybody needs the little kid trying to step up to the big kid and say something to him just to get him rough a little bit, because everybody loves to hear it. I think it really goes into like the beef component. Like we all like to see competitive nature in a sport. You had Michael Johnson and Donovan Bailey, or you had Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin, or the America 4x1 versus Jamaica 4x1. We all love tension in a sport. We like to see people compete. Nobody wants to be lackadaisical all the time, or like we don't want it to just be peaceful all the time, because it's entertainment at the end of the day too.
Yeah, this is like a race. If I'm a meet director, I am getting all of my money that I have and I am paying these two athletes to get it. I'll be like, yo, I will cancel every other race so I can have these two athletes compete, because in my mind, this is like the Conor McGregor Khabib of track and field. Like, this is as big as it gets. Like there, you do not get, like, even if it's not going to be competitive, which I don't think it will be, but you're going to be getting any NFL fans that are watching it. You're going to be getting track fans that want to watch it. I guarantee you everyone on ESPN is going to be talking about it. Like all of we saw how much those, the talking head shows were discussing the DK Metcalf. Imagine if you got the Tyreek Hill, ooh, that's going to be big.
And you could do it into a scale too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you do it like a scale where like how they have like that Boston race where they literally run in the middle of the street. Like you can gain, you can get an attractive location as well, even if it's indoor, outdoor, whatever. And there's so much availability. It's just
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Yo, the middle of Times Square. Yo, put 100-meter track, middle of Times Square.
Nobody's stopping that from happening. Nobody's stopping
right in the middle, man. Like, I love throwing track lanes in the middle of cities, bro. Like when they were having those like 150 straight races in the
Boston.
City. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like, man, that's some special stuff. Switching up locations and things like that. I mean, we can throw a lane anywhere. You just get a little bit of turf and throw it in the middle anywhere.
Give these people a bag. Well, this is what you got to do. We're going to have the Cravon Gillespie, Marvin Bracey. You're going to have the Tyreek Hill, Usain Bolt, Sha'Carri versus Jamaica. We'll have Rai Benjamin versus Grant Holloway in the 200 hurdles. All of that in one track meet. It'll be the only pay-per-view track meet ever.
And if the bag is big enough, it doesn't matter what it is. As long as the bag's big enough, I think, we can start to get people talk. Because you think – for free, they're just like, haha, that's funny. But then you're like, all right, well, let's put some money on there. Everybody's like, whoa, wait a second. I think we'll do that. Yeah. So.
Exactly. We need to see it.